Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Zero Escape Virtue's Last Word. Today we're going back to the director's office, and I'm assuming there's gotta be one of these passwords that I have, right? Is Jumpy Doll the pass? Sure. Well, how many goddamn... Wait a minute. Jumpydoll. So yeah, that fits. Kurashiki, maybe? Wait a minute. How do you spell it? Oh, there we go. I guess. Yeah, that seems right. Check? No! Did I spell it right? Did I spell it right? Urashiki, yeah. I think I spelled that right. I think that's how I spelled it the first time, so this is probably just a waste of time. Shit, okay. Well, the only ones that are... those even fit? GTF... DML... Is that a 0 or an O? I'm gonna try 0. Sure. And then milk evolve. Oh, Evoli. Evoli. Milk Evoli. Hey! Alright. Dots. Vi. Oh, I'm infected in this route, aren't I? Come over here.
What's wrong?
I got in.
What?
Time traveling psychic android cybernetic clone dude with one arm. I don't know. Time travel? I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
Oh, come on now, Fi. You just knew my name. I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why
See?
are you bringing that up?
Because...
It doesn't have anything to do with this.
No, but it's the same excuse. You sure it might?
What?
Look, just forget about that. Come on, come take a look.
Sure, fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here. Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Time traveler! Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at each other for several more minutes, but no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine. You still don't make any sense, but...
Oh, like you're one to talk.
I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm not!
And the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right, let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here. Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in?
GTFDML0616.
I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she asked. That. Well, I didn't type it in like that. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Fi opened one. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem?
Looks like it.
So, what's that? Oh, it's a golem ID. Oh.
Don't ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
Oh, Luna! Luna.
Yeah.
Why is there a picture of Luna in here? Why is she not wearing a shirt? She's not Alice. Put some goddamn clothes on her.
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
ABT.
There's this special artificial button what's called ABT.
Oh God, I wish you were around longer, man.
When a golem's all new and shiny, they got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes it look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle.
Okay, so she was in on this game, kind of like Kay was. I wonder if her memories were locked like Kay's is. Well, we don't know. Well, we do know, right? That Kay was definitely involved in this somehow, given that he had something to tell us, but he seemingly did have full-on amnesia. That's why he kind of told us his backstory. When he started remembering it, anyways.
Luna was a golem, and DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Golem was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zara Sr.?
Probably. Look, at the bottom of the screen it shows her current status.
Currently operational. Oh, hey! Executing a special mission? You think your special mission is to participate in this game?
Probably.
Oh, it's not actually like... Oh. Okay. I thought it was saying that she was currently still alive. So why did Zaracena want a robot as a participant? You think it maybe was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe it's something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something?
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampf test?
A what?
It's from an old book. A test to see how human she was.
More human than a lot of
Whether
you
or not
fuckers.
People would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed.
Oh, is
to
that
give us
why
a
she
chance
was
to see
so...
her true
No,
nature.
she would have probably... I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, right? Oh, that explains the robotic look on her face when she was telling us the code, I guess, from the other timeline. The arms race timeline, I think, was the achievement we got. But she was very interested to see if we were a robot or not, so I was thinking maybe she didn't actually know if we were human or not. And she was trying to gauge if we were, like, one of her. Maybe she knew she was a golem, but she wasn't quite sure what to make of it. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to... I guess we won't know, yeah. Going forward. I don't know. Is there any other details there? Yeah, because she was explaining to us about the robot. It explains why she knew so much about, like, robots then. But, you know, she scanned us, and maybe it was just to prove to us that we weren't actually a robot. I don't know. Yeah, I guess let's just keep going. So it's kind of like the Chinese room.
Yeah. Luna is the girl locked in the room, and the 8 of us are the people outside it.
Huh.
Well, like I always say.
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
When did you figure it out? That she was a golem, I mean.
Right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Golem in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese
I
room.
don't know why I said that.
Time-traveling, android, cyborg, clone, psychic.
It just felt like it
Also
made
one-armed.
sense.
Like you just knew it?
Yeah. Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
Yeah, it says the same thing as it did a minute ago. Oh, so, wait, is she... Okay, so she is currently up. She's still alive. Executing a special mission. Whoa, wait the hell. Luna's
Do
dead.
you think robots die?
Don't you be a robotist? You stop right there, though.
She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Right, forgot about that.
All players, please enter your votes.
Shit, did she kill Kay and Dio then?
If no vote is recorded before the
Well, high five if
game
she
has
killed Dio.
passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Of course. Luna's the one who opened the AB gate.
Might not be the only thing she did. Look,
What do you mean?
what are the last 3 digits of her product ID?
016.
And where have we seen that before?
Oh, well, okay. I mean, to be fair, no. No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover in 10? That's kind of messed up.
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
The crew quarters, of course, I remember. Are we on the same team? Or are we, like, working against... She's not here. Yeah, okay. We were right. Why? Why would Luna?
And I trust him.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Look, if she killed everyone, that's fine. I wanted to do that. We can stay here. If we can deal with fire later, but we can just stay here. It's fine.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped.
Can you make me into a full
If we
android?
don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Penalized. Right. Off we go then. Who are we going up against? What? What?
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner.
Oh yeah. Forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Oh. Yeah, with her bracelet, there's 3 in this. Oh, so we're going against Luna then. I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AV room.
2 minutes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Wait, Sigma.
What, huh? Hi, Luna! Luna?
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Wait. What the hell's going on? Why is Luna
She's
there?
probably planning on participating in the game.
Well, Fi, you should have stayed outside. You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into the other room?
Yeah.
How's she gonna vote?
Betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now. Have you
What?
totally lost it?
Yes.
She doesn't have her bracelet on.
I am never betraying Luna again!
And besides, she's a golem.
You take that machinist robotist and shove
She
it.
isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing
Isn't
this?
that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally. We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP.
Probably should have just destroyed the bracelet, you're right.
She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain until 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I'm not betraying her. No. I ain't betraying her.
2, 1.
I mean, we're probably gonna betray her next time, but no, I ain't betraying her. Only likable goddamn character in this game that's not Quark.
Round 3. of
Or
the
Alice when she's about to
Ambidex
break
game
Dio's
has
arm.
been
That was pretty dope.
completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex Game.
Vi's probably like, what the hell?
Hey, Sigma, are you insane?
In the membrane,
Why
yes.
the hell did you choose Ally?
Because it's Luna. Wait, we can talk about that later. Right now, she's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then she didn't go in. There it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote Ally for her?
Results from round 3. Please stop.
Right, the results.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
Why? Oh, they're dead, yes. Very dead. Now we all get to escape.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
I'm assuming those icons aren't just because they're dead right now. I'm assuming because we've seen people that have died before just automatically ally. I'm assuming because no team actually went in to the chamber, so it's just like, oh, now you all are dead. That's what I'm assuming anyways.
Check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she gets the ally automatically, and the other 6 get penalized. Here, yeah, okay, you don't need to actually tell me this. Thank you. Then again, 5 of them are already dead. And we don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah, that means all those penalties are meaningless.
Right, Quark's missing.
Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but...
Oh, you know what? No, maybe it wouldn't have worked because she didn't have her bracelet, right? Maybe she was worried that none of... I still think Luna is a good person, so I'm assuming she was worried that none of us showed up, so she was going to come and try to vote to make sure we weren't penalized.
All right. What do you want to do, Sigma?
Go find Luna and then get out of here.
Do you want to leave?
What? You kidding, right? Weren't you the one who said that who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? You can't just run off and leave him here. We could.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
All right. And Luna too, right?
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the star round.
Well, it's already been the star. It's always the star round.
Star keys are required.
I already have that. Fi and I checked their bracelets out of sheer reflex. It was a magenta pair, just like before, but Fi had changed to a solar red. It didn't really matter, though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd never have to play another AB game again. You'd think, right?
All right. Quark comes first. Let's go.
She went around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. She's wearing heels? It's a phrase, Chronos. I know! Hi, Alice. Hi, guys. We're just gonna go room to room. Is he in the treatment pod? He's probably in the treatment pod, right? Maybe? I'd imagine? Where the hell? Oh, never mind, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this room. God damn. I was like, where the hell are we? Hi, guys. Oh, you guys, oh, your eyes. Oh, Golem. Poor bastard. Treatment center?
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Open.
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it and
There's
how?
only one person who could have opened it.
Luna.
All right, let's head in.
Okay. Yeah, treatment center. So, quarks on the pod then. What the heck are these
I
things?
think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Whatman pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them, and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left, is it being used?
Glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Is it frozen? Today? Let's crack it open then!
Yeah.
Zombie Quark just jumps out. Quark! Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse. Are we just leaving Luna here?
This is it.
Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us he looks very happy, too. There's a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he's been given an anesthetic, which put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
But Luna has 9 BP. Is it really okay for us just to leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too?
What?
Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman...
Was
even
killed by
Dio.
Dio. Dio and Kay killed each other. I'm kind of surprised about the Clover and Ten, because that's brutal.
There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
Well, not really. But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
I kind of thought I was going to say Dio.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of. Is that true? We already know Dio killed her, though.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
Multitasking. That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
Keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay.
Yeah, but Dio deserved it.
Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive.
You're right, so we shouldn't be jumping to conclusions.
Look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer?
Quark?
Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what.
Yeah, but she's pretty great.
If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, She's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here.
The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Oh yeah, those things. They never actually stand, but those things. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of
Oh.
plastic.
Is that why she never betrayed anyone, even like to save herself kind of type deal? Okay, you're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it.
Really? That's what we got out of that? I thought we were going to explain to Fi about the laws of robotics and how they never work. But she has those, so she shouldn't be the killer. You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Fi slipped through. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move the industrial cargo. Fi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms. Oh, am I staying?
Huh?
Before she could respond, I spun around and ran. I ain't raising that kid. I'm out. Just gonna go get a pack of cigarettes at the corner store.
The number 9, it will remain open for...
Sigma!
I'm not qualified to raise a kid.
What the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
I can't do this alone. Sorry, Fi. There's just something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No! You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
That's like the most emotion we've heard out of Fi. Bye. Have fun raising him. He's still infected, so he's probably gonna kill himself when he wakes up. Good luck with that. I think he's still infected in this route, right? That sounds about right.
The number 9, this... Thank you.
Whoa.
Escape, please.
I had no regrets. In fact, with Fi and Quark successfully escaped, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice has been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than that it had in a long time. All right, time to go. Luna's waiting. Waiting? Where? Did we know that? The garden! See any bombs around here? Luna! I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice?
I mean, the side view of your face is a little distorted here, it looks like.
This is the only place in this whole
You might just have a
facility
flat face, which is fine.
I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now.
Time travel, android, cyborg, psychic, clone.
Are you talking about something that happened in another history?
Yeah, that.
I
What?
know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Pretty sick, right? Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma, aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Did you actually kill them? That's messed up, Luna. I mean, high five, because I wanted to do most of it myself, but still. Tying Clover and Tenna is really messed up. Well, actually, I already know how you didn't do it.
Oh, why do you think I didn't do it?
Okay, so you didn't do it? Great.
I'd like to know your reasoning.
All right. I thought I'd take a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point in beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Because he did. Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow, except for the strip on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is the bracelet. It got covered in blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant Dio's bracelet had to come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
That and he told us in the other timeline. No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelets after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he confessed. After his bracelet reacted to luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me, I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Rude.
Wait, when did that happen?
Different timeline. In a different timeline!
That against the rules?
No! What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments or something. Nox's 10 Commandments? What the hell is that? Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? And the truth is the truth. Let's say that incident P happened, and after the timeline splits into timeline A and B, and I don't think it's unfair to base a theory in timeline A or information I found in timeline B. After all, A and B came from the same place, P. If you trace the history of both timelines, you end up back at Incident P. Now, I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting timeline A or B, then yes, that would be a different story. I don't know if it'd be fair or unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules, like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the Nonary Game. Somehow he got in, took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling the plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, but and I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did near a wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so he wouldn't get blood on him, any blood on him. I guess that's true. Kind of hard not to get blood on his hands though. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually, he probably took the bracelet first. Then he would needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyways, the point is that he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AB room and his neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. See, now I'm kind of like, what about the timeline where the old woman just doesn't exist? After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would still have been asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for another timeline, I guess. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone.
I slaughtered them like animals!
Everyone! There won't be anyone left!
Oh, calm down, Anakin.
I'd rather die here.
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think the infection caused her to take her own life. Did she have the knife on her then? She used Dio's knife, which she found in the warehouse after the AB room moved. Oh, okay, so Dio didn't murder her? She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew's quarters. Next are Clover and 10. The first question is, who put the handcuffs on them? The clue is the message is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it, it doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuff. That means she would have had to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I think it would be really hard to do that, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? Thing is, I think she did. And when she died, her legs slumped, so it is Dio. And the message gets transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Now, about Kay and Dio, I think there's a pretty good chance that Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happening. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with luminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned off the lights, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take a preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the room were on. Maybe Kay turned the switch off, and Dio took the opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Then he died, and that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault.
Sigma.
Just cuts to that goddamn Adam Sandler who's like, everything you just said was complete and utter nonsense.
I'm glad you don't.
May God have mercy on your soul.
All of your theories are just, well, theories. Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure?
I got like 6 other timelines. How many timelines do I have? I got a lot. Okay, I got more than 6.
Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves. As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that
we could go check her body!
Real. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt.
No, Dio is just a murderer.
The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much?
'Cause you're the only person here I like.
I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
I trust my computer. Somewhat. It does freak out on me sometimes. It's getting kind of old. That's why I trust you. I trust you because you are a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually, we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down, and just like that, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
I know. Time-traveling robot, android, psychic, clone, cyborg. That doesn't matter. Tell me everything. We got time!
First, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
It doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
Can't go into that right now. we'd be here forever.
I got time.
Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay?
Sure, that's fun too.
Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come here?
Make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
5th and 6th.
Counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room with the 6th room. The rightmost room would be the 6th room, and the one next to it would be the 5th?
Right.
Counting!
After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while this was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one that moved the 6th room with the crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Why? Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yeah, you should see some of the other timelines.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the Nonary Game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place.
Okay, so she knew she was gonna be the first, or was it just up to
If
chance?
the pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen. I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6.
Oh, you did that on purpose? That's rude!
Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say.
Lunar, stab her in the past!
You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
yes,
Good. Now, I have one final order.
another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Oh, shit! Was Kay... So, was Luna... No, maybe? I feel like Kay would have told us that. But... Kay mentioned when he was growing up here that his dad built him a robot mother. Was Luna the robot mother? I feel like Kay would have mentioned that when he gained his memories back. I don't know.
Where?
Maybe not.
To the room you are about to enter.
Or maybe it was like an
AB room.
maybe it was like an early prototype Luna.
But
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as
So I'm assuming
possible.
she was actually just built for this game, and it wasn't okay.
There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room.
Oh, but she's breaking that rule right now. Maybe because you're dead.
You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Seems like they should have recorded this on something other than film. It's getting very grainy.
After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated. But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake. So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes, it was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed.
You really are related to my computer, aren't you?
To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
I think I understand. As well as you probably can. Everything you did because you were ordered to.
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Then is she Zero Senior?
No,
No, Zero Senior is a Setzer-looking guy. What? But if she gave you the orders,
she did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
there was someone else. And that person is Zero Senior.
Yes. They worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose technically my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Jr. too. I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me. I
But
don't know.
why?
I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually we would have figured out that the rooms had been moved and that she was in your room.
Maybe they wanted the opposite. Maybe
mean-
they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the rooms?
Right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there?
Yes, I think so.
But how could they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved. Which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to...
So Dio didn't actually kill her? Okay, I apologize for Dio for saying that you murdered her.
Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
We have a timetable? Wait, what? Wait, you were listening to us in the security office?
Yes,
Oh, okay, so it was in the last puzzle room in this timeline?
that wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You're watching through the security cameras.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice, that she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though.
No.
We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
I mean, I can't really blame Clover too much for it, right? All the information she had to go off of was that, like, the dead woman was in Luna's room, the knife was found next to Luna's room, Alice suspected Luna of murdering the old woman, then, you know, and then Alice shows up dead. I can get why she was, like, also extremely pissed that Alice died, given that they're close. Because your orders.
Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course. While we were fighting,
She ever pulled the
over it-
trigger when it was, like, not in you. Whoa, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight, and I get that part. But I don't understand why it did anything to
I
you.
mean, because I'm a golem?
Yeah.
My orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No, I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
I can be sure.
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that?
Because you still had answers that she wanted?
After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes,
It uses electric shock to restart the heart, right?
correct.
So that's why she left?
Yes.
At 0:11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew's quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio. Yes. I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes. I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing, but he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
At 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio entered the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I
It
bet.
didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Well, you know, he is a murderer. Wouldn't imagine it would. I wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do
He'd
then?
gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without a D&K, the yellow pair wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door.
Yeah,
Right?
but he couldn't find it.
Of course. Fi had already taken it by then.
Yes. But there was something else he wanted to do too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see that? Because it says Myrmidon on it. Yeah,
There was
Myrmidons.
a word engraved on the blade.
Myrmidons.
Yes.
What does Myrmidon mean?
It's the name of the organization he belongs to.
Was it like a club or something?
I don't think so.
It's a terrorist. You know this already. What is it then?
I don't really know.
No idea?
Not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then, wouldn't that mean he's on our side?
I don't know
No!
about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
You got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess the enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Sure. Yeah, keep going. Gonna be a long episode today. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He's probably looking for where the hell her shirt went. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. At 0:13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Theo didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began to fight.
Fuck do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
Dio, what the hell are you doing?
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt towards Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. 10 caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then the knife edged closer. He wrapped his other hand around the blade and forced it away. But Dio was a much younger, stronger man, and the wound 10 gave himself with the knife didn't do any of him favors. Where the hell was Clover at during this? He put up a valiant fight with a roar. Dio threw him off, and 10 collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this?
Yeah, that's why you jump him with 10!
How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Oh, 10's already dead. His bracelet's on the floor. You couldn't have made a new image for this?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you gonna beat us to death or something?
Ugh, no. Nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
Where'd you even get the handcuffs from? Did you bring him here?
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody Nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well,
I mean, 10's already dead. His bracelet's off.
Enjoy your last 20. Later.
See ya.
"25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Fi, and Kay?
Yes, you were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
The anesthetic?
Yes, almost immediately they started to feel sleepy.
Oh, I know. I've been hit with it twice now, I think.
I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes. As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you.
I mean, you could, but we've already gone on long right
Your
now.
theory was essentially correct.
I know.
What you said was what happened.
Oh, so you are going to tell me. So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelets with luminol, and then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded? Mortally wounded him, but it didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with a spear like a badass. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that's when he found the luminol.
Right.
There was a whole refrigerator full of it in the rec room. You literally could have they went to the rec room to examine things, and Dio was like, oh, I see all this luminol. Let's try it out.
That's everything that happened.
Cool.
Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
Oh, that was okay. Wait, why did Ten have Quark's
I
bracelet?
told him where it was. Do you
When?
remember when you were in the rec room with Fi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with luminol, right? Sure, I remember
Right
that.
after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji. The center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes.
Where Quark was sleeping?
Right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Baby. Out of relief, alright?
Yes, the display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelets
I
off?
took it off. Aluminum
Ow.
foil.
What? Yeah, what? You mean the stuff from the cruise quarter?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
God damn it, Luna, why couldn't you tell us about that earlier? What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway,
I thought you froze his ass.
you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Maybe it's the little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching.
Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes, all you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart has stopped?
Yes.
Holy shit! It was that easy all along. I only made hats out of them.
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off.
That is extremely simple. I like it.
And I put it next to the pod.
Wait, why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pod.
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center door?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So Zero Jr.?
That's right.
He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. How the hell did he do that? Huh, I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Sr. and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, yeah? Huh, of course it does. So you can't open the door for me to leave? So are you gonna tell
Tell
me?
you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why were we brought here?
To play the Nonary Game.
And why were we supposed to play the Nonary
That was
Game?
part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that.
Assholes.
It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
Yeah, I don't know what that means though. What would happen if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally killed me.
Then
I
what?
wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and 10 died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the Turbo-Curine that killed them, but they were only injected with it because they're bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the Nonary Games. If the Nonary Games were part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
I mean, that's actually it, but sure. Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have taken place, right?
Yes,
So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
so that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
Disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
But why? Six people died here. 4 of them were murdered, one way or the other, by Dio. At first, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died, but that's not true, is it? Well, okay, it is, but the Nonary Games were the root cause of it. All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. And that means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right? Please, Luna, tell me, what is this project about? Who's the old woman? Who is Zero? Well, you know who the old woman is now.
Sigma, would you hug me?
Anytime you want. What? Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face into my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they go. They go around her. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand on her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Oh, what? Oh, what? Hey, Luna? What the hell's going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber. But after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Oh. Okay. I get it.
Does it scare you?
No, we can get more of it though, right?
This is what I really look like.
That's fine.
I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time.
Yeah.
Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What do you mean?
I've done things I really shouldn't have.
Oh, are they shutting you off because you told me all that? Oh, shit.
Do you remember what you asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember?
Yeah.
The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr. and I hacked it. Yes, that was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji.
Oh.
Then Kay and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself. And I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
Wait, are you saying...
Very soon now I'll be gone.
Oh, that sucks!
Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now.
You should have deleted him!
Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer. I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserve this.
No, you don't. Yeah, exactly. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyways. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma, thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
I don't think it's gonna be okay, dog. I'm not gonna let them... I don't think we have a choice, man.
I'm sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms. Thank you, Sigma. And
Oh, this is sad!
goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor? Yeah, doctor? Wait, back up. I needed to answer more questions, but she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. Oh, we should go spill some, like, water on the processor in this place. With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. Oh, god damn it. Well, that's just not cool. Luna and Tears in the Rain. God damn it. Making me feel fucking emotions. How dare you, game? How dare you? All right. That is it for this episode. Next episode, we're going to go betray Luna, I guess, because why not? And then we'll jump to this timeline. I'm assuming this one's not going to be like an hour long, right? Maybe. I don't know. This was a really long ending. This one's probably going to be a while. We'll worry about that then. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.